So to start a new drawing, click this drop down arrow by the AutoCAD icon. Click new. And since I'm using inches, I'm going to use AutoCAD 3D template for imperial units and click open. Now I'm just going to adjust my window. So click view and tile vertically. I'm going to move this one to the other side. So I'm going to make it current. And then adjust my windows. All right. And make sure to work on parallel projection by clicking this drop down arrow by the view cube and select parallel. Now I'm going to start working from top view, which is this one. So change the view, the custom view, click that and click top and start with circle. So type in C for circle, enter, click anywhere on the screen, and the radius is 10.3. So type in 10.3 and enter, which is this one here. And draw lines. So turn on your ortho mode, type L for line, snap the quadrant to quadrant, right click to repeat line from quadrant to quadrant. Now go to home and inside the modify panel, select rotate command, or you can just type in RO for rotate, select the objects and specify base point, which is the midpoint, and just type in 45 degrees. All right. Now bring your drawing to southwest isometric and draw the legs. I'm just going to turn off the grid here and hold on the shift key and the wheel of your mouse so you can adjust the view. And for the legs, I'm going to use 3D polyline. So to avoid the lines from going to different axes. So L for line. Let me check first the height here. So this is the leg here. The first leg is 28 inches and the front legs is 14.5 inches. So 3D polyline. Click this in point, go upward and enter 28. I'm just gonna copy this one, in point to in point. Another line for the front legs is 14.5. Enter. Just gonna copy this one from in point to in point. Now I'm gonna move this seat upward from the bottom. The distance from the bottom is 13 units. What I'll do is just copy this one because I need another circle. So copy, right click, copy, selection, and then from base point, move upward for 13 units and enter. And move these two lines. You can use this one as base point, move upward for 13 units. All right. Oopsie, I'm gonna move this back. Just gonna undo. Okay, just this once. Move upward from this in point, upward for 13 units. There you go. Let me check. Top view. Okay, it looks good. Now what I'm gonna do is Oopsie, this one I have to move from midpoint, move midpoint to midpoint. There. That's better. Okay. So I'm going to bring this to top view and offset these two lines. And if you look at it from top view, the thickness is 1 unit. So I'm going to offset 5.5, half of 1, which is 0.5 on both sides. So O for offset and type in 0.5. Click this line, click above that line, click this line, click below that line, click this line, above that line, click this line, and below that line. Now I could erase this middle. So delete, and then draw a line from in point. Now this time, go to the status bar and change this to polar tracking. And in point, right click, repeat line, in point to in point. Repeat line, in point to in point. The same process. Now I'm going to join the segments by typing J for join command and just window the whole thing. Now this one is one object now. It's all joined, and this one is another object. Now hold down the shift key and the wheel of your mouse at the same time and extrude these two objects for the thickness is, see, looking from front view, you can see the thickness is 1 unit. All right, again, extrude, EXT for extrude command. You can go to the model, ribbon, select this one and this one, extrude downward for 1 inch. And the thickness for the seat is 4.5 as shown here. So extrude this one, select the circle, and bring it upward for 4.5. Not bring, but extrude upward. Just going to change this to maybe conceptual. There. I think that's better. And now I'm going to copy this circle from in point to in point and hide these extruded objects. So just select the objects, right click, hover over isolate, and hide objects. So I could concentrate on making an arc. So bring your drawing to top view, and let's check again the top view here, because I'm going to create this arc here, which is the back seat. So the distance, so this is 10.3. The total is, the diameter is 20.6, or with the or radius with 10.3. So what I'm going to do is draw a line from quadrant to quadrant. So that's going to be my cutting point. Let me check again if it's touching the... I want this line to be, so move for the top quadrant. There you go. For the top circle. Okay, you can do this here. All right, so TR for trim command, enter twice. Remove this one, remove this one. Now we have the arc. Bring this back to top view and offset this arc, and the distance or the thickness is, see this one here? Thickness is 2. So O for offset, so O, enter, and enter 2. Select the arc and click below that arc. And create line, or type L for line, and in point to Shift right click and select in point. Just make sure you're snapping the in point, not the quadrant. Otherwise, it's not straight. Let me check. L again, in point to in point. All right, now join again. So J for join command. Select the objects and this line here. Now this is one object and extrude this one for, okay, I'm gonna check the drawing. Extrude this one, the back seat is 6, total is 6, but we're extruding it halfway downward and then use press pull command upward. So because we want this one here to be in the middle, the end of this line in the middle. All right, so extrude downward for 3 units and then use press pull command. So inside the modeling panels, select press pull command, hover over this area here, this face. Once it's highlighted or once it turns blue, left click, pull upward for 3 units. All right. Now the next thing to draw is the rod. Oh, I'm gonna draw the legs first. But the legs, so this is our guide for the legs, but our circle should be tangent to that line. So what I'm gonna do is hide this one too. So select the object, right click, hover over isolate and select hide objects. Okay, and top view, I'm gonna draw a circle and the radius for the leg is 0.5. So C for circle, snap the quadrant and enter 0.5. And I'm gonna move from quadrant to quadrant. Let me check if it's touching the bottom. Okay, again, I'm gonna put this to top view and then array puller. So type in array puller. Select the object you want to array, right click, and specify center point of array, which is if you hover over the side, this plus sign will show. So it means that's where the center is, and just snap that. And then go to the ribbon and change the number of items to 4 and enter. Now, for this object, I'm gonna rotate this one because if I hold down the shift key and the wheel of your mouse, so it's not touching the legs. So what I'm gonna do is rotate this one. So bring to top view and RO for rotate, or you can go to modify panel, click this rotate icon, select this one, and base point, snap the center and enter 45 degrees. There you go. See, it's now touching. All right, and I'm gonna bring my next would be right click, hover over isolate and select an object isolation. And the next thing I'm gonna do is create an arc. See this one here, I'm gonna show you the model. See this support here for the back seat. So I'm gonna draw an arc here. So what I'm gonna do is create another circle. So I'm gonna bring this circle, move from here, from this in point here, up to the end point here. There you go. And I'm gonna create an arc. So again, I'm gonna hide these extruded objects. Right click, hover over isolate and select hide objects. Now I'm gonna bring this to top view and cut this circle. So the arc, the cutting point is 4.9 from the center of the circle. See this one? I'm gonna draw a line, a guide from center up to this point for 4.9. So L for line, hover over on the side and snap the center, go upward for 4.9. And this is where the cutting line is. So I'm just gonna click this sideways and extend this line. So EX for extend, enter twice. Click that. And press the shift key to trim, or I'm just gonna use trim command. TR for trim command, enter twice. Okay, select the object to trim. So this one here. Just remove that. Now, and escape. Now, as you can see, this one, the radius for the rod is 0.5. So I'm just gonna put it here in the middle of this circle. So I'm gonna offset this one for 0.5 because that's the radius. Okay, O for offset and enter 0.5. Yeah, because the complete distance from here to here is 1. So 0.5 to put it in the middle. There you go. Now I'm going to erase this one. So delete. Now I'm going to bring back my hidden objects. So hover over isolate and select an object isolation. All right. Now I'm going to extrude these circles, but I cannot do that. See, I'll show you because it's associated. It's not working. So explode this arrayed object first. So X for explode and select one of the circles. Now it's individual objects. Now I'm going to extrude this back legs. So click this. Okay, extrude. Select that circle and this circle. Enter and just snap this end point here. And then I'm gonna change this to wireframe. It will be easier. And then extrude these front legs and snap the end point. I'm gonna show you by using, maybe we'll try realistic. There you go. See, and the next one would be this rod here, the circular one, the backrest support. So you draw a circle with a radius of 0.5. You can draw the circle anywhere. And then inside the modeling panel, click this drop down arrow and select sweep command. Select the object you want to sweep, right click, enter, and select the path. There you go. Perfect. Now I could delete this one and apply fillet. All right. So go to solid. I'm going to check the fillet first here for the seat. Now apply fillet. And this is the fillet here for this corner, which is this edge here. And it's 1.5. So inside the solid editing panel, select fillet edge and go down to the command window. Click the radius option and enter 1.5. And select this edge. Enter and enter again. Fillet edge again. Select radius option down the command window and enter 0.5, which is this one here. And select this edge. Enter and enter again. And for the back seat, which is this one here. The radius is 3. So fillet edge, radius, and enter 3, and bring it closer. To avoid mistake, click that, click this edge, click this edge, and click this edge. Enter and enter again. And for this one here, this edges here is 0.5 as shown here. So fillet edge, radius, and enter 0.5, and select loop. Okay, again. Fillet edge, radius, enter 0.5, enter, and select loop option inside the command window. Click this one, accept, and click this one, then accept. Enter and enter again. I'm just gonna smoothen the edges. It's not here, not in my reference drawing, but I'm gonna apply fillet, radius, and enter maybe 0.1, and click this edge here, and this one here. And for the bottom, so just right click, repeat fillet edge. Or what I'm gonna do, so I could do it at once, because if it's not union, I have to do it individually. So what I'm gonna do is union the object. So inside the, well, we'll start from here. Here, oh no, here. Inside the solid editing panel, select union command. Union these objects, this one and this one. There, now this is one object. You're gonna weld it together anyway, so it has to be union. All right, so fillet edge, so go to solid again, fillet edge, radius, accept the default value, which is 0.1, enter, click this edge, now I think we're good. Now I'm gonna apply materials. So type in materials. And for the, I'm going to check here the materials I have in my reference drawing model. Materials. The materials is for linen beige, still galvanized. All right, so I'm going to bring this window here. Just going to minimize this one, maximize this one. All right, materials. All right. So click this drop down arrow by the Autodesk library and select metal and select galvanized steel. There you go. This one here. So just click this arrow here to bring it up there. There. And then for the cover, for the seat, I'm gonna use linen or the cloth fabric. All right, I'm gonna use linen. This one here, linen beige. So just click this arrow, and there you go. So what I'm gonna do, just drag this one, apply, drag this one here, and for steel galvanized, just drop it to this metal here. There you go. Oh, this one, I forgot to union this object. So just select this one. It will copy it will match. Oh, it's not matching. Okay, again, galvanize, just drop that. Okay, and then you can adjust go to visualize and click lights and exposure setting. You can make it brighter. And also you can change, you can adjust the texture of the material. So click this pencil icon beside the linen, beside the fabric. Click that, and then click image, and then adjust the sample size. Maybe I'm just gonna use 15. Oops, that's too much. 15. Darn. 1 5. Enter and close. See, it's finer now. And also, if you wanna create the floor, select surface and select planar, and just okay, bring this drawing to top view first. Planar, click somewhere here. So this is gonna be our floor. I'm just gonna move this one. Move. All right. Then I'm gonna bring back the materials. And then from the Autodesk library, click this drop down arrow and select flooring. And I'm gonna use maybe this one. I'm just gonna drag this here directly. That's not very nice floor. Maybe this one. That's better. All right, and you can adjust the. You want it shiny? You can adjust that too. Click this one here, and then click this drop down arrow and select glossy varnish. Let me check. Yeah, I think that's good. And for the lights, you can go back to visualize, and you can also apply shadows. So click sun status, turn off the default lighting, adjust, and then click this drop down arrow and select ground shadow. You can adjust the shadow this way. You can also apply lights. I'm just going to change this to perspective. There you go. And you can attach light here, the different lights. Yeah, I think we're done. So thanks for watching. And please don't forget to subscribe and by hitting that subscribe button and like if you like what I did. And please watch my next YouTube videos. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.